Went to private school. Meghan criticized for complaining over middle-class activities. Meghan Markle has been criticized for complaining over middle-class activity she took part in as a child following a letter she sent to U.S. Congress. GB News Nana Akua brutally ripped into the Duchess of Sussex after it was revealed Meghan sent a letter to Speaker of the House of Representatives Nancy Pelosi and Senate Leader Chuck Schumer demanding parents are paid when on family leave. Akua pulled no punches as she accused the Duchess of interfering in American politics with her insipid letter. The GB News noted how the decision sparked a furious backlash from members of the Republican Party who were not impressed and told her to stick to acting. Akua said, in the letter she talked about times in her childhood where she was forced to participate in middle-class activities like getting a job and also eating at a salad bar. She said, well, we all know she went to a private school and her parents weren't short of a bob or two. The GB News host went on to highlight a statement from Republican Jason Smith who accused Meghan of interference in American politics. The enraged Republican went on to ask why the royal family does not simply strip her and Harry officially of their titles. The letter Meghan wrote called for a strong paid leave program for every American that's guaranteed, accessible and encouraged without stigma or penalty. She acknowledged that since the beginning of the pandemic, millions of women had dropped out of the workforce in order to provide for their children. Meghan also spoke of her own childhood, saying that she had felt lucky to be eating a $4.99 salad at Sizzler as she was aware of how hard her parents had worked. The Duchess added, I started working at the local frozen yogurt shop at the age of 13. I waited tables, babysat, and piecemealed jobs together to cover odds and ends. I worked all my life and saved when and where I could, but even that was a luxury, because usually it was about making ends meet and having enough to pay my rent and put gas in my car. The U.S. remains one of the only developed countries without a national paid parental leave policy, with only 9 states and Washington, D.C. implementing some form of paid leave policy. Duchess of Sussex's letter is not her first foray into politics, which follows a video with time 100 days before the U.S. presidential election last year, where Meghan and Prince Harry called on American citizens to exercise their right to vote. In one controversial moment, Meghan declared we all know what's at stake in what many took as an apparent jab at Donald Trump and implied her support for the Democratic candidate Joe Biden. While last month, the Sussexes traveled to New York for a 3-day tour where they met New York's Mayor Bill de Blasio. They also visited the United Nations and joined a roundtable discussion with the World Health Organization. A 3-day tour where they met New York's Mayor Bill de Blasio. They also visited the United Nations and joined a roundtable discussion with the World Health Organization.